Hello, I'm Dr. Debi. Welcome to the Revolutionary Marriage Podcast. Every couple is on a journey. Some are stuck in the mud, some are racing in the wrong direction, some are inching forward but taking years, and some couples choose a completely different path, the rocket ship. Today, we're talking about the revolutionary marriage, the only vehicle that can take you far and fast, that can actually fly you to the moon so you can play among the stars for a lifetime of love and adventure. Picture a rocket sitting on the launch pad. It's tall, it's powerful, it's built for one purpose, to go far and fast. But here's the thing. You can't load a rocket with baggage. There's no room for trunks of resentment, no space for crates of old beliefs, no compartment for the hurts you've carried for years. If you try to strap baggage onto a rocket, it explodes. To board the rocket, you have to leave the baggage behind. That's the price of admission, but it's also the secret to transformation. Andrew and Sophie had been married for 11 years. Andrew had pulled away emotionally. Sophie was tired of carrying the weight. When they stepped into the revolutionary process, they made a decision. They chose to leave the baggage behind. No more dragging old fights into new arguments. No more clinging to the familiar patterns that kept them stuck. With new tools, new skills, and new guidance, they launched. Within weeks, things shifted. Andrew began leaning in instead of withdrawing. Sophie softened instead of criticizing. Conversations that once ended in slammed doors now ended in hugs. Within 90 days, they didn't just feel better, they felt reborn. Their marriage was on a rocket ship, and together they landed on their own moon, a passionate partnership that generated new rocket fuel of its own. So why does the revolutionary marriage work so differently? Well, there are 3 reasons. First, it's based on want, not just need. It's on desire. Regressionary couples focus on just existing, not in desire. Reactionary couples focus on survival, not on desire. Evolutionary couples focus on being good enough, and they forfeit their desires for something more. Second, it requires leaving that old baggage behind. It means reframing those past experiences. It means forgiveness. And it means adopting new beliefs. That means releasing what no longer serves you. And third, it's guided by a rocket expert. Because a rocket doesn't launch itself, it needs structure, systems, and a clear trajectory. That's what revolutionary marriage coaching provides. Jason and Emily had been married 14 years. They weren't on the brink of divorce, but they were drifting. Emily longed for more closeness. She didn't know how to get it. And Jason felt unappreciated. He worked really hard, and no one seemed to notice or care or thank him. When they committed to a revolutionary marriage, something significant shifted. They stopped focusing on what was missing, stopped focusing on what was wrong, and started creating what they actually wanted. Instead of arguing about dishes and money, they started dreaming about vacations and visions. Instead of tallying each other's failures, they started celebrating each other's strengths. Within 3 months, Jason said, "I feel like we're dating again." Emily said, "I finally feel chosen after all these years." Their rocket had launched, and the destination wasn't just less conflict. It was joy. It was intimacy. It was a honeymoon that didn't have to end. So let me ask you, are you tired of dragging baggage from the past into your present? Are you ready to stop just managing conflict and start building joy? Are you willing to board a rocket, even if it means leaving those old familiar feelings behind? If so, you may be ready for revolutionary marriage. And here's the hard truth. Every day you stay in the mud, every day you race with a wagon load of baggage on fire, every day you crawl forward at a snail's pace, you're not just losing time. You're losing connection and passion. You're losing the joy of being fully seen and loved. And worst of all, you're losing the chance to create the marriage you dreamed of when you said, I do. Life is too short to settle for stuck, destructive, or weary. But when you board the rocket, you discover something extraordinary. That you can fall in love again. That you can create passion and intimacy again. That you can build a marriage that feels like a honeymoon. Not just once, but for life. That's what happens when you go far and fast together. But the rocket isn't just about speed. I think the best part is it's about freedom. It's about leaving behind what's been holding you back and discovering what's possible when you're fully committed to each other. It's not just a vehicle, it's a new way of being. So let's take a moment to review the 4 marriage paths. The first is the regressionary marriage. This is the covered wagon stuck in the mud, going nowhere, and the consequences are a slow erosion of connection and love. Then there's the reactionary marriage. Picture a wagon running away, on fire, going in the wrong direction, and getting there fast. The consequence is devastation, acceleration towards divorce. Next, we have the evolutionary marriage. Picture a caravan inching forward, progressing but painfully slow, with no real possibility of ever reaching the moon. The consequence? Years lost and dreams of a vibrant marriage slowly fading into something that feels just good enough. And finally, there's the revolutionary marriage. In the rocket ship, moving forward and fast, the consequence, transformational, uncommon love. The kind of love that allows you to play among the stars, free to dream, grow, and thrive together for the rest of your days. Every couple is on one of these journeys. The only question is, how are you choosing to travel? So my final question for you is, how much longer are you willing to trudge along exhausted and wondering if you'll ever arrive? If you're ready to leave the wagon behind and board that rocket ship to reignite passion, to reconnect, and to create the marriage you've always dreamed of, I'd love to be your guide. Let's stop rolling along for better or for worse and start soaring toward the best. You'll find all the details to get started at revolutionarymarriagecoaching.com. In the meantime, thanks for watching this episode of the Revolutionary Marriage Podcast. If it was helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And I'll see you in the next video.